Okay, let's get stuck into this little duckling that we've just started. So I'm going to start concentrating on this area, and then we'll work our way down. So to start with, I've got a Pablo, which is the golden ochre, possibly a bit too vibrant for the top here, but I'm just going to use light pressure and see how it goes. I think that's quite nice actually. Obviously we can vary the pressure on our pencils, so that does help. I think that's quite a nice colour actually. As I say, I am trying to stick to you know, a couple of brands, maybe 3 at most. And also he's obviously in the shade on this side, so and I think that's quite a nice colour actually. Okay, yeah, I like that. Right, now we do need to get a bit more you know, detail at the top here. So let's think. Might go for a warm grey. Let's see if a warm grey 3 would be good. No, that's not really dark enough. Let's go for the next one up. Right, I've got the warm grey 4 here. It just adds a bit more detail. Right, okay, let's move down. So I've got the brown ochre 10%, and I'm just gonna do the first layer of his little cheek. And we've got a few different directions going on here, so need to put that in. And then it sweeps over that cheek down that way. We're coming down here. I'm looking quite forward to getting down onto the chest area, the fluffy part of it. As I say, I've not done him on film before, so it'd be quite nice to create the fluffiness on the film. Right, okay, so here it's getting a bit lighter, so I'm going to put less pressure. Okay, and we'll just do the neck as well. Right, I'm taking that into the brown area as well. I want it all to blend. Right, okay, I've just moved him over a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to get the nougat now, and I'm just going to add the little bit under his neck here before I lose the drawing, the line drawing. I just want to get that in quickly. Okay, and then we've got this area, let's put this in as well. That's my little dog making funny noises. Okay, put a bit more in here as well. We need to add a lot more colour in this area, obviously. Okay, and while I've got the nougat, I'm going to fill in that lighter area around his eye, I think. That looks better. Okay, a bit coming down here. I just want to add a bit of the more nougat in a couple of places here. Okay, then it's got a little line coming down here. Let's get that in. Okay, right, let's add some more colour. So I'm going to go back with the golden ochre. Let's put that pretty much all over this area. Right, under his eye here it's a bit lighter, so I'm using lighter pressure with my pencil. Okay, and I am going over the nougat as well. Okay, and then the side of his neck here. I'm just flicking the pencil off at the edge there. Okay, well, I've got this golden ochre. I'm just going to add a touch on the top of his head as well, actually. Okay, right, let's move on to another colour. So I'm thinking dark chrome yellow. It's got some orange, it's like an orangey yellow. So this is the dark chrome yellow, and I'm just going to add this in places. Put it down here as well a little bit, and then I'm thinking maybe burnt sienna on top. Okay, I might add a bit of that on the top here as well. I think that's quite a good colour. Okay. A bit down here. He's looking quite cute now. So yeah, let's go with the burnt sienna now. We need to get the direction of the fur right here. Okay, and then a bit under his neck. Okay, a bit more down here. I might run that over the top here as well. I'm going to get the walnut brown out now, and I need to darken this up. I'm going to sweep the walnut brown across as well. So I think we've got the colours that we need for this duckling pretty much now. Quite happy with the colour set I've got. No doubt there'll be some more added, but I think we're on the right track at least anyway. Okay, I'm going to go back with the, let's have a look. I had the warm grey 4, I think, how that is. So I've got the warm grey 4. I'm just using this to just show direction of fur really. Okay, lovely. Let's do a bit more up the top here. Oh, nearly dropped my brush. Do a bit on the top here. I'm not quite happy with that. I've got like a shine bit on the top here. Might add a bit of white maybe, I'm not sure yet. Okay, now we've got the start of the beak there. Bit more there. Get those flyaway hairs in at the back. great. Just going to get the brown ochre quickly. Just putting a little bit of hair there, or fur, just at the tip of his head there. Let's get the golden ochre back. So I'm just touching up areas on the face now, just to finish that off, and then we can move on to the beak. Go back to that orange yellow, the dark cardamom yellow, I think it is. Oh, the dark chrome yellow. There's more of an orangey base yellow. That works really well with the burnt sienna actually as well. Okay, great. Just put a bit more down here. I do need to make this darker down here actually. I think the burnt sienna is going to be a bit too much. Let's go with the walnut brown. I might add a bit of burnt sienna on top as well. Let's see how that goes. And then we'll swoop that across to the back here as well, and I think that's pretty much the head done, apart from the beak of course. Right, okay, let's tackle this little beak. We've got quite a bit going on in this beak. Obviously it's quite a small area as well, so yes, I'm going to start with the black. I'm going to fill in this black hole here, nostril I guess you would call it, so get that in so we don't lose that. And then I think I'm going to go with the cold grey free. I had it a minute ago. Bear with me. I had it a minute ago and it's gone missing already. Okay, after that I'm actually going to go with the cold grey 4. So let's just start filling it in on the top part of the beak. So the lighter areas I'm going to leave blank for a minute. Just want to start getting in these areas first. Okay, we've got this line here and then we change colour, so let's get that in. Okay, well, we've got this line here. Okay, right, I think I'm going to go with the cold grey 2. I need to find that now. There you are, that's it. I'm just going to do the top part. So I think what I'm doing really with this very small area, I'm just going to get all the base colours in and then start adding a bit of detail. I think it's a case of less is more when you're drawing such a small area. I'm just going to get that cold grey 4 back. There you are. Just want to get this line in up here. So it sort of comes in above hopefully you can see. Then it sort of comes down and around. Okay, I'm just going to get the nougat and just fill that little area in at the top. Leave that at that. Okay, let's get the bottom in. So I think got the light flesh. I think let's give this a go. So I've got the light flesh and I'm just filling in the bottom part of the beak. And then that just come round here as well. Okay. Actually, I might just take a bit out at the edge there. Oh, just get my rubber here. I haven't got the right size one really. Right, back in with the light flesh. Okay, that's better. Let's get the caput mortuum violet. Let me sharpen that. Very noisy sharpener I have. Okay, so the bottom part of this beak's quite dark. So I'm not going to go crazy with the details, but I'd like to get in you know, the different colours and get a little bit of detail in. Okay, and then I'm going to put a bit around the edge of the beak up here. I'm just filling in the grey bit at the bottom as well. Hopefully you can see, as I say, it's a very small area. Okay, but on the tip here. Okay. I'm wondering if the sienna would be another good colour. So I've got the cinnamon here. I'm just going to go all over the bottom bit and just merge that together a little bit more. I think that's worked quite well actually. I think also a good colour would be the burnt sienna. That works quite well with the caput mortuum. Good. Okay, so let's try and get this top part of the beak in. Now I was thinking a violet grey. Let's try that. So I've got the Luminance violet grey. I think that's quite a good colour. And any highlights I need to add, I might just use the rubber for that. On that on the top. Try and get the shape of his beak in there. Okay, I think that's looking good. Now I'm wondering whether dark indigo, let's put this dark indigo in the darker areas, but I was also thinking a Paynes grey. So for something like this, there's no correct way as such. It's whatever colour works for you. And so blues are very good for shading, and so are purples. Okay, quite happy with that. Let's just run a bit of that along here as well. And then I'm going to get the Paynes grey. Here we are. So we need to darken this area up now. Okay, still got the Paynes grey here. I'm using lighter pressure in the lighter areas, so I'm just trying to blend it all out. Okay, I'm going to get a Luminance to blend that out, so I'm thinking a cobalt blue. Just get my blues out. Here we are. So I've got the light cobalt blue. I think that works quite well. Now I do want to darken this bit underneath, so let's try, let's have a look. I'm going to go with the caput mortuum. Okay, and now I'm going to get my little rubber. I've got the smaller one here. I'm just going to put a couple of highlights in. A bit there. And I think I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want to do too much more detail. Just got the cold grey one here. I'm just going to go over that little bit there so it doesn't look too square. And I think that's pretty much it for the beak. Let's tackle the chest area. So I've got the raw umber 10% in the Luminance, and I'm just going to cover all of his chest with this one for first layer. Just flick it on the edge there. So this little brown bit here is shorter fur, so I'm replicating that with my pencil strokes and going in the direction of the fur as well. I'm just working out where I am. It's got a little wing there, I see. For a minute there I thought this was the wing, but it's not. Okay, and then let's just add a bit more that way. So on this bit I'm using a bit less pressure with the pencil because I want to put other colours in there. I might have to move him up again a bit actually. Okay. Okay, I've got the violet grey here. I'm going to add this up the top part, just underneath the darker brown area. So I'm just going to add some shade in here with the violet grey. Okay, and then I'm going to add a little bit of that on the tuft here underneath. Move my paper along a bit more. The pencil's a bit sharp, but I'm just taking my time. I just want it to be all nice and soft. My we've got some nice colours actually coming down here, so okay, and then put a bit down here. And then just bring it over here as well a little bit. Okay, lovely. Actually, we've got a little bit coming round here, haven't we? Change of direction, so let's get that in. It's got like a little tufty bit at the top here. A bit more down here. Okay, great. Now I was going to go straight with the walnut brown, but I think if I do nougat first, so I've got the nougat first. I'm coming over the top of the violet grey as well. Oh, this pencil's it's at the perfect sort of sharpness for this sort of thing, so that's good. I'm using light pressure as well. Okay, obviously it needs to be a lot darker. Okay, let's move down onto this bit here. Okay, and then I'm just going to bring it down the side here. We'll use this for the random flicks of fur as well. Okay, I'm going to do some more hair flicks there. Let's go back to the walnut brown while I think about it. I'm just doing gentle flicks. Okay. Right, so I've got the violet grey back here. Again, I do apologise about the colour of the last little clip there. I don't quite know why I decided to go green, but anyway. So I've got the violet grey here. I'm just bringing it down the side here as well. Technology can be very frustrating sometimes, but obviously what would we do without it? But when it messes up your videos, it can be very frustrating, but there's not a lot we can do about it. So okay, right, I think I'm going to add a bit more like an orangey brown. So let's have a look. Bear with me. Okay, so I've got the Pablo ochre. I'm going to put this underneath, and then I'm going to add a bit of burnt sienna, I think. It's got like a yellowy brown coming down the chest, middle of the chest here. Let's bring that down here. It's got a few places with this colour. I can't remember what colours I used when I done him on paper. Not that that matters really, because you know, you use what colours you want at the time. Okay, let's get, I'm not going to use a lot of burnt sienna, but I just want to put a little bit in. Let's put a bit more on the top here. Right, so another colour I'm going to introduce is the French Grey 30. I don't use this colour half as much as I should, but it's a nice earthy brown colour. So let's see how this goes in. So I'm just coming around to do the side now, so I'm going to use this as a base. Got some sort of line under there, I don't know what that is. It's got like a resistant there, I don't know if that's a mark on the film. I've never seen that before. I can probably just cover that on the other side. I don't know if the camera's picking up, but I've got like a line coming through. It's resisting the pencil. So I've never had that before. Unless it's on... No, it's on the top. That's annoying. I'm sure we'll sort that out on the other side. So we'll try and ignore that for now. Okay, I'm going to use that for some stray furs sticking up there. Okay. So something like this, it's just nice to try different colours and see what works. You know, just experiment with your colours, and this is how you kind of learn, with just practicing what colours go with others, and you know, and what you don't like. So it's always nice to just basically go for it and see what colours you like, really. And even if it doesn't work, and you know, it's not a mistake, you're just learning from it. So that's all I've done. Okay, I think I'm going to go back to the look. Let's go back to the walnut brown. So I want to darken this side up. Just tried doing covering up this annoying line here. I went on the other side, but it didn't really make much of a difference, so it's obviously an imperfection there, but when I go darker, hopefully I can eliminate that. So anyway, I've got the, what was this one now? The golden ochre. I just want to put some yellow flicks up here that he's got coming through with the sunlight on him, and then hopefully we can darken it and get rid of that. As I say, I've never had that before on film. You can see it's running all the way up. Weird. It's lucky it's not a commission or anything. Okay, let's get the, I'm going to go with nougat. I'm wondering, with the more pencil I put on, the less it gets. Okay, I'm going to put a bit of burnt sienna in there as well, I think. Put it mainly in at the ends. Okay, let's get the dark sepia. Ooh. I'm just going to darken it up down this side. Got my rubber here. I'm just going to make that line less sharp. I'm just running over the line that I made there. Hopefully you can see, and it's just softened it up a little bit. Okay. Okay, now I've got the sepia 10 here. Now it is very similar to the violet grey, actually. I don't know if you can see the comparison on the thing on the video here, but the sepia 10 is a little bit more earthy, I would say. I actually love the sepia 10. It's a good all-rounder colour. I think I use it in most of my drawings, actually. So yeah, it's just a bit more earthy to the violet grey. And I really do like working with the Luminance on the Pablos. I personally think they work really well. They just blend nicely and just work well. Okay, I think that's working nicely. Okay, now I am on the lookout for a richer brown. Not quite sure what would be a good colour. I'm gonna have a look. So I was looking into maybe a Van Dyke brown. So we'll see. I'm going to put the French grey 30% down first as the base, like I did up here. See that line's coming all the way down. It's very annoying. Okay, just do some flicky bits as well. Okay, good. And then, as I say, let's try the Van Dyke brown. So it's not a mistake if you add the colour that you're not quite looking for. It all adds to the end result. That's covered that line up quite well actually. I've just done little marks with the pencil and it's covered it up a bit more there. I can probably see it more because I know it's there, but I think by the time we finish with this I won't see it, so at least if you're following this and doing it you won't have it on yours. I think we'll get away with it, that's fine. You sit in your bed, Fendi, in your bed. I've got my little dog trying to get up here now, which is fine, but if she sits behind me on my chair, within a couple of minutes she wants to get back down again, so. You're a fidget, aren't you? Oh, I think I like that Van Dyke brown actually, as part of the colour here. That seems to be working quite well. Put some of that up here. We do need to darken this little bit up here actually. So I'm going to use the Van Dyke Brown because it'll all add. And we've got the slice tool if we need it as well. So I'm sure I've mentioned it. I'm not a massive fan of the slice tool, but it's definitely good for whiskers and some details, but I'm not a massive fan of it personally. Okay, I think that's coming along quite nice. A bit down here. Certainly looking fluffy, which is exactly what I wanted. So I'm happy about that.